There's a chill in the air, a sense of unease that coats the surroundings like an invisible frost. A day at the beach, a day that started out like any other. The sun is high, the sand warm beneath your feet, but then, out of nowhere, a figure emerges, a shadowy presence that sends a ripple of fear through the crowd. Weapon of mass destruction, held in hands that seem all too comfortable with its weight. Across the street, a candy shop stands, a beacon of innocence amidst the brewing chaos. Inside, a sight that would make even the toughest of men quake in their boots. The biggest club ever seen. At 45 years old, it's not a sight one expects to encounter on a day meant for relaxation and fun. Voiceover. In a shocking turn of events, Ryan reveals his true nature. His face hardens, his eyes glinting with a malice that sends a shiver down the spine of those who dare meet his gaze. In his hands, a remote detonator, a sinister smile playing on his lips. With a press of a button, the club, a symbol of joy and camaraderie, explodes into a ball of fire and debris. The club now lies in ruins, a testament to Ryan's newfound evil. From the ashes, a darkness rises, a foreshadowing of the playground of horror that awaits. The beach, once a scene of joy and laughter, transforms into a playground of horror. A wave, colossal in size and monstrous in nature, sweeps over the unsuspecting crowd. When it recedes, it leaves behind not the cheerful families and frolicking children from moments ago, but creatures twisted by some unseen force. Creatures that radiate evil, their once human forms now terrifying masters of war. Beneath the ground, a sanctuary awaits, a lab, filled with the hum of machinery and the glow of screens, each one showing the same chilling sight. A storm, unlike any other raging on the surface. This storm, it doesn't just bring rain and wind. It brings transformation, it brings terror. It turns men into monsters. A call is made, a boss is informed. The response, a simple yet powerful utterance that echoes the shock and disbelief felt by all. An expletive, uttered in a hushed whisper that holds more weight than a shout ever could. Enter Amy, Ryan's wife, a beacon of hope amidst the chaos. As the dust settles and the pandemonium recedes, a silhouette emerges from the haze. The silhouette of a woman, strong and resolute, stepping into the scene. Amy, a figure of fortitude, remains calm and composed, her presence a stark contrast to the surrounding turmoil. Eyes, filled with determination, scan the area, her spirit unyielding. Amidst the chaos, she stands firm, a symbol of hope and resilience. Amy, a beacon of hope, stands strong amidst the chaos, ready to confront what comes next. Emerging from the shadows, a new character enters the scene with a bang. Billy, a figure of mischief and unpredictability, steps into the light, a devilish glint in his eyes. Without a moment's hesitation, he snatches a rocket launcher lying haphazardly on the ground. His finger hovers over the trigger, a wicked smile playing on his lips. The suspense builds, the air thick with anticipation, as Billy takes aim, his target unsuspecting. The silence is shattered by the deafening sound of the rocket launcher firing, its target none other than Dan. The rocket hits its mark, ending Dan's life in a fiery explosion. The scene ends in a dramatic crescendo, the dynamics of the situation changing drastically with Dan's sudden demise. Billy, the wildcard, has changed the game. Without warning, we are whisked away from the present, landing in the tumultuous era of the 1920s, right in the throes of World War I. Rows upon rows of troops line up, their faces etched with grim determination, their hearts pounding with the weight of the impending battle. The deafening sound of gunfire ricochets through the air as each soldier takes aim and fires, their eyes reflecting the harsh realities of war. The scene, chaotic and laden with tension, is a stark reminder of the horrors of war, a chilling contrast to the chaos unfolding in the present. The echoes of the past reverberate, leaving a chilling reminder of the battles fought and the sacrifices made. As the echoes of the past fade away, we find ourselves in the midst of a heart-wrenching tragedy. Ryan's family, once the epitome of love and happiness, has been cruelly ripped from his life. The camera pans across Ryan's face, capturing the raw emotions of grief and loss. But amidst the despair, a beacon of hope emerges. Billy, the unpredictable wild card, steps forward, a determined look in his eyes. With a sudden flash of light, he unveils his secret weapon, a time travel device. As the device hums to life, Billy takes a deep breath, steeling himself for the journey ahead. In a blink of an eye, he's gone, leaving behind a trail of sparkling particles. We follow Billy through the whirlwind of time, arriving just in the nick of time to save Ryan's family from their impending doom. The scene ends with Billy, once an unpredictable force, now a hero, standing tall amidst the chaos, having changed the course of history. Emerging from the echoes of the past, we are introduced to Ryan, a man draped in wealth and power. His grand mansion, an architectural marvel, stands tall, its imposing facade hiding a chilling secret. Beneath the opulence of his mansion, an eerie silence prevails, disrupted only by the faint hum of machinery. Slowly we descend into the bowels of the mansion, unveiling a clandestine lab, the epicenter of the transformation storm. Amidst the sterile environment of the lab, machines whir and hiss, their purpose as ominous as their sound. The lab, a twisted testament to Ryan's power, operates in secrecy, its existence known only to him. As the scene unfolds, we return to the mansion, where Ryan, the puppet master of chaos, watches from the shadows. The storm, his creation, wreaks havoc, its effects far-reaching and catastrophic. The scene ends, leaving us with the chilling image of Ryan, his face shrouded in darkness, his eyes reflecting the storm he has orchestrated. In the wake of the revelation of Ryan's dark secret, a shocking twist unfolds. Amy, once a beacon of hope, reveals a darker side. With a cunning smile playing on her lips, she uses her newfound powers to manipulate Ryan, her unsuspecting puppet. His eyes, previously filled with warmth, glint with a malice that wasn't there before. A chilling transformation takes hold as he bends to her will, a puppet dancing on Amy's strings. Scene shifts to the clandestine lab, the heart of Ryan's power. Amidst the sterile environment, a new machine hums into life. It's a time travel device, an instrument of chaos in Amy's hands. Under her influence, Ryan activates the machine, a portal to the past opening before him. With a final glance at Amy, Ryan steps into the portal, his figure blurring as he disappears into the vortex of time. Emerges in the past, the tragic date of 911 looming large. As he orchestrates the events of that fateful day, the scene cuts back to the present. Amy stands alone in the lab, her face a mask of satisfaction. Her puppet strings have been pulled, her plans set into motion. Scene closes on her triumphant smile, a chilling promise of the chaos to come. In an unexpected twist, Cherry, Ryan's better half, emerges from the veiled darkness. Once thought to be a ray of hope, she reveals her real identity. Far more malevolent than Ryan could ever imagine, Cherry wields her authority, morphing the entirety of mankind into unthinking automatons. The globe turns frigid, brimming with empty gazes and devoid of emotions. The mystery lingers. Is this the fresh reality, or does hope still exist for mankind? In this new scenario, we see Dan Harshaw once again. However, now he stands against Travis in an intense clash. At stake, a stolen Fort Killif ticket, notorious for its power to unlock infernal portals. Who will claim victory in this fatal face-off, or will they both succumb? Will Dan remain standing, or has his fate been sealed already? Abruptly, a chilling witch materializes in the heart of the pandemonium. Her ominous shadow slices through the bedlam, her mere presence introducing an additional level of terror that saturates the atmosphere. Her malevolent laughter reverberates across the scene, a bone-chilling sound that sets a tremor down the spine of every spectator. The witch, raising her hands, calls upon her nefarious magic to align with the tempest. The heavens morph into a denser shade of grey, the gales turn more frigid, and the metamorphosis tempest becomes even more erratic, its abilities enhanced by the witch's intrusion. By invoking her dark magic, the witch has infused the tempest with further unpredictability, plunging all into a heightened state of apprehension and uncertainty. As the storm looms in the horizon, thoughts are inevitably drawn towards the impending, the panic, the disorder, the metamorphosis. It mirrors an unimaginable dream. Yet, its reality is indisputable, as tangible as the soil underfoot and the celestial body above. As the globe prepares for the inevitable, the anticipation is nearly overwhelming. What will the sunrise reveal? Will there be a sunrise at all? The storm subside, or will it engulf everything in its trajectory? Each moment pulses forward, saturated with unpredictability and expectancy. The tempest is on the horizon. The metamorphosis has been set into motion, and the world, as we it, is morphing. The aftermath's composition and the nature of these changes, however, remain at the mercy of time. Every incident, every disclosure uncovers another piece of this enigma. Who are these beings? What initiated this metamorphosis? How can we halt it? These are the urgent queries that demand resolution. As we transition a new scene, hold on to these. They will guide us through the upcoming narrative shift. As our new landscape takes form, it's impossible not to reflect on what lies ahead. Is victory of virtue over vice guaranteed? Will the human spirit, or will our world descend into the abyss, becoming a mere echo of its past glory? The key to these mysteries resides within this transforming scenery. And as this scene unfolds, so does the revelation. The scene has changed. The big day has arrived. Transitioning from single life to wedded bliss is about to begin. You can feel the thrill in the air, yet it's crucial to note, each wedding possesses a moment of tranquility amidst the fervor. It's in this moment, tranquility prevails. As get ready for the grand occasion, it's this expectant quietude that maintains the merriment. The anticipation, once the wedding day concludes, Ryan and his partner will set sail for an unfamiliar voyage. In an unexpected turn of events, Amy, once the loving wife of Ryan, seizes authority with an unyielding clasp. She traps Ryan in a corner, her gaze gleaming with wicked scheming and craftiness. The atmosphere around them turns icy, with all focus on the central pair. Ryan, taken aback, stumbles over his sentences, while Amy remains firmly relentless. In a swift move, she overpowers him, marking of a reign of terror. The onlookers shrink back, their eyes wide with fear and disbelief. Ryan crumbles to his knees, his era of shattered. Amy looms large, a messenger of anarchy in a peaceful setting. The scene culminates with Amy towering over a defeated Ryan, a symbol of terror and disorder. Her gaze sweeps over the panicked crowd before settling on the camera with a sinister, "This is only the start," she declares ominously. Once seen as a beacon of hope, now stands tall as a symbol of terror, signaling the onset of a period of upheaval. As the dust begins to swirl, the crowd lingers in suspense. The voiceover cuts through the hush. Has Ryan met his doom? Has Amy taken command? The lens frames Amy's threatening demeanor, her eyes gleaming with a perilous authority. On the other hand, lies still as stone on the ground. Amy strides over him, her icy stare pinned on the petrified crowd. The voiceover resumes. In a world once ruled by order, a fresh horror emerges. Amy, formerly the devoted wife, now towers as an emblem of anarchy. The camera sweeps across the flabbergasted crowd, their faces reflecting fear and disbelief. This be Ryan's finale, the voiceover ponders, as the lens zooms in on Ryan's seemingly lifeless form, or the onset of a new age of dread under Amy's ruthless reign. The scene concludes with Amy's hand extending towards the lens, her voice reverberating in the quiet. This is merely the commencement. As the scene transitions, the voiceover infuses a haunting ambience. In an unforeseen twist, Amy's black sorcery ruthlessly wrenches Ryan from the clutches of the beyond. The focus tightens on Amy, her face covered by a stony, relentless resolve as she looms over Ryan's motionless body. Vanished is the lady who once hid in the periphery, now evolved into a figure of dominance and wickedness. The voiceover chimes in grimly. Amy rests her hand on Ryan's torso, eyelids shut, deep concentration. The view then swings to the onlookers, their faces carved with both anticipation and terror. In a realm where dominance and deceit rule supreme, could black sorcery shift destiny? The voiceover muses. The scene flickers back to Amy, her hand glowing with a spooky, foreboding light as she directs all her spite and power into reviving Ryan. The lens narrows in on Ryan's countenance, capturing the instant his eyes snap open. Defying all odds, Amy's black sorcery wrenches Ryan from the brink of oblivion, the voiceover announces, as the lens pans out to uncover a terrified crowd. The voiceover ominously proceeds. Ryan, once the orchestrator of chaos, is now an unwilling marionette, thanks to Amy's mystical abilities. The scene wraps up with a close-up of Ryan, his eyes reflecting a newfound terror and compliance. Black sorcery, it seems, has the power to subdue even the most rebellious of spirits, the voiceover concludes. But what could this mean for the power hierarchies in this realm? The screen then fades to black, leaving the viewers in a suspenseful wait for the unfolding scene. As the scene opens, the voiceover initiates. In a shocking twist, Amy unveils a new power, one that sends shivers down the spines of every onlooker. The camera pans to Amy, her hands raised high, her eyes glowing with an eerie, unsettling light. The once mild-mannered Amy now stands as an entity of dread and awe. The voiceover continues. The lens then shifts to the crowd around her, their faces frozen in shock and fear. An instant, human forms turn to stone, their last expressions forever etched in stone. The voiceover remarks with a tone of horror. The camera then swings back to Amy, her lips curled into a sinister smile as she looks at her work. A spectacle of horror, an exhibit of Amy's newfound dominance, the voiceover states. The scene then transitions to Amy standing next to a large cauldron, the stone figures lined up beside her. Amy proceeds to cook the stone figures, an act of dominance and fear-inducing power. The voiceover narrates, as the camera focuses on the fire beneath the cauldron, its flames dancing ominously. The scene concludes with Amy, her face illuminated by the fire under the cauldron, looking satisfied with her work. The once gentle Amy, now a symbol of dread and power, stands triumphant. The voiceover concludes. What does this mean for the future of this realm? The screen then fades to black, leaving the viewers in suspense for the unfolding events. As the screen transitions smoothly from the previous scene, the voiceover starts. From the whirlwind of dust, a figure feared by all takes form. The once mild-mannered Amy now stands assertively, her gaze mirroring the gravity of her daunting new role. The camera sweeps over the crowd, capturing expressions of shock and marvel. Shock and marvel. The herald of hope has vanished, succeeded by a harbinger of dread. The voiceover continues. The film then switches to Amy, towering among the masses, her countenance showing a formidable determination. In a realm once governed by empathy and kindness, Amy's ascent symbolizes a grim transition towards intimidation and deceit, the voiceover articulates. The camera then hones in on Amy, freezing the moment she inhales deeply and steps ahead, prepared command. As Amy commences her address to the crowd, her inaugural move reeks of discord and upheaval, the voiceover declares. The scene concludes with an extreme close-up shot of Amy, her face bathed in an eerie glow from the soft sunlight as she pledges to lead with intimidation. With Amy steering the course, the future appears bleaker, the voiceover wraps up. But would this recent dread be potent enough to revive old scars? The screen then smoothly fades into nothingness, paving the way for the conclusive. An unforeseen twist in the tale splinters the gloomy scenario. Amy, the orchestrator of dread, finds out about her pregnancy. The voiceover initiates, the narrator's tone laced with amazement. The camera captures Amy, her expressions painting a picture of astonishment and incredulity. The understanding engulfs her like a surge, erasing the fear and manipulation she has been brandishing. The voiceover proceeds. We catch a glimpse of her eyes, a novel gentleness supplanting the stony, icy gaze from earlier. The information of a new life nesting inside her ignites a metamorphosis, a beacon of hope amidst the ocean of turmoil. The voiceover asserts, her hand gently encircling her belly, her eyes reflecting a medley of apprehension and hope. The camera revealing a group of onlookers observing Amy, their expressions mirroring her unexpected bewilderment. With the assurance of a fresh existence, Amy navigates her way back to the root of righteousness, the voiceover mentions, the tone adopting a soothing, she withdraws from the bedlam she engendered, sauntering into a future teeming with hope and affection. The lens captures Amy moving away from the spectators, her posture exuding courage, her visage brimming with resolve. Ultimately, it's not terror but affection that prevails. The voiceover wraps up as the frame slowly dissolves, leaving the viewers eagerly awaiting the concluding. Amy's pregnancy, instead of softening her, seems to have made her even more ruthless and powerful. The voiceover initiates, the narrator's tone laced with a mix of awe and apprehension. The camera captures Amy, her countenance hardened, her eyes radiating an intense, ominous glow. Powers, already formidable, have intensified with her pregnancy, making her an even more formidable force. The voiceover continues. The lens captures the air around Amy shimmering, a testament to her amplified powers. Suddenly she uses her enhanced powers to instill fear, a demonstration of her might. The voiceover proceeds. Amy lifts her hands, and with a mere flick of her wrist, she sends a shockwave that rattles the surroundings. The crowd watches in terror, their faces reflecting their dread. As the dust settles, we see Amy standing strong, her reign of terror continuing unchallenged. The voiceover adds, the camera focusing on Amy's triumphant smirk. Now more powerful than ever, continues her reign of terror, leaving everyone in fear of what's to come. The voiceover concludes, the tone fraught with suspense. The lens captures Amy, her silhouette against the setting sun, a symbol of the impending darkness. The scene fades out, leaving the viewers in anticipation of the final showdown. In an unexpected revelation, Travis, a figure wrapped in enigma, makes his stand. The voiceover starts with tension. The lens zooms in on Travis's icy, deliberate gaze. In a split second, he takes down both Ryan and Dan, causing a seismic reaction in the crowd. The voiceover carries on as the plot reveals the ruthless end of the two figures. The camera then swivels its concentration to Cherry, her facial expression a mixture of anger and sorrow. Empowered by the love for the new life blossoming within her, Cherry retaliates with a vehemence we have never witnessed before. The voiceover emphasizes the suspense in the scene tangible. The camera trails Cherry as she confronts Travis, climaxing in a horrific yet warranted scene. With a rapid ultimate act, Cherry severs Travis's neck, marking the cessation of the havoc, the voiceover describes. The scene decelerates, concentrating on Cherry's resolute expression as Travis crashes down. With the fall of Travis, the turmoil finally settles. The voiceover wraps up, the scene displaying Cherry solitary amongst the fallen, her face an amalgamation of relief and grief. Cherry, the lone survivor, emerges as the new matriarch, a shining beacon in a world that was previously shrouded in blackness. The voiceover pronounces, the scene slowly dissolving with a zoom in on Cherry's face, demonstrating her commitment to reconstruct and craft a brighter future. On the frozen, desolate expanse of an alien planet, our protagonist Amy stands alone, the eerie alien luminescence casting a glow on her face. The voiceover commences, establishing an atmosphere for the scene. The camera sweeps over the uncanny alien terrain, eventually zeroing in on Amy, her eyes brimming with resolve. Her hands quiver as she delves into her innermost self, calling forth a formidable magic she had hoped would remain dormant. The voiceover proceeds, the scene displaying Amy starting to recite an archaic incantation. The camera then switches to Ryan's motionless figure, his body bathed in the otherworldly radiance of the alien. Each word Amy articulates brings a glimmer of life back into Ryan. His eyelids twitch open, his gaze meeting Amy's with a blend of bewilderment and solace. The voiceover narrates, the suspense in the scene tangible. The camera then pulls back to reveal Amy and Ryan, gripping each other's hand, standing on the alien planet, their silhouettes against the spectacle of the alien. This moment of silence, Amy and Ryan stand united, prepared to confront whatever the future holds. The voiceover concludes, the scene ending on an optimistic note as Amy and Ryan gaze at the alien sky from their extraterrestrial standpoint. In the aftermath of the final showdown, Amy stands alone, the sole ruler of a world silenced by death. The voiceover opens the scene, the camera focusing on Amy's face, her eyes scanning the desolate landscape. Her reign is unchallenged, her power undeniable, yet the world she now rules is a chilling testament to her might. The voiceover continues, the visuals showcasing the ruins of a world that once teemed with life. The camera pans over the desolate cityscape, remnants of civilization scattered across the barren land. Once a puppet master, Amy now rules a world of puppets with no strings. Each lifeless body, each destroyed building, a stark reminder of the battle that was fought, the voiceover narrates, the camera showing Amy walking through the ruins, her figure small against the backdrop of her silent kingdom. As the scene progresses, Amy is seen seated on her throne, the eerie silence of the world echoing around her. In the end, Amy stands alone, the queen of a silent world, her reign unchallenged, the voiceover concludes. The camera zooming out to reveal Amy, the lone figure amidst the ruins, a queen without subjects, a ruler without opposition. From the ruins of silence, Amy steps into the echoes of history. The voiceover begins, as the scene transitions to Amy standing amidst the grandeur of ancient Rome. She finds herself in the heart of the Roman Empire, where the pulse of civilization beats with relentless fervor. The voiceover continues, the visuals showcasing the grandeur of the Roman Empire in its prime. Amy takes control, not with puppet strings, but with an iron fist. The voiceover narrates as the scene shows Amy taking over the palace, her rule met with awe and fear. Palace becomes her stage, the people her puppets. But this time, she doesn't need strings. The voiceover points out, the visuals showcasing Amy's dominance over the Roman citizens. A shocking turn of events, she confronts the famed Archimedes, the man of wisdom and innovation. The voiceover builds tension as the scene shifts to Amy standing across from Archimedes. But wisdom is no match for power. The voiceover continues as Amy strikes down Archimedes, the scene capturing the shock and fear on the faces of the onlookers. Amy stands victorious, her reign echoing through the annals of history. The voiceover concludes, the scene ending with Amy standing tall amidst the silence that follows, her rule unchallenged, her power echoing through the corridors of the Roman palace. In a daring act of love and courage, Amy descends into the depths of hell to bring Ryan back. The voiceover begins, the scene transitioning into a fiery, chaotic landscape. By the swirling flames and demonic creatures that loom around her, Amy advances with unwavering determination. The voiceover narrates, the visuals capturing Amy's resolve amidst the overwhelming chaos. Her power, now fueled by love, tears through the demonic forces, leading her to Ryan. The voiceover continues, the scene showcasing Amy's triumphant rescue of Ryan. In a breathtaking display of power and love, Amy breaks the chains that bind Ryan, freeing him from his torment. The voiceover adds, the visuals capturing the raw emotion in the scene. With Ryan rescued, Amy takes him away from the chaos and destruction, away from the fiery gates of hell. The voiceover narrates, the scene transitioning to a serene landscape. They find themselves in the peaceful landscapes of Ireland, a stark contrast to the hell they left behind. The voiceover points out, the visuals showcasing the beautiful Irish countryside. They start a new chapter of their lives, a testament to the power of love and new beginnings. The voiceover concludes, the scene ending with Amy and Ryan, hand in hand, walking towards their new home, their faces filled with hope and love. In the end, love triumphs over all, as Amy and Ryan start a new life in the peaceful landscapes of Ireland. The voiceover signs off, setting the stage for the next scene.